If you've been feeling the weight of doing it all and wondering if God's voice is still near, this is for you. I'm Kelso. I've built multiple businesses by choosing peace over pressure and alignment over hustle. And today, I don't want to teach. I don't want to perform. I just want to talk to you. Because today is Easter. And it's also been 3 years since I truly gave my life to God. Not in a surface level way, not in a I believe in Him way, but in a way where I actually said, you can have my life, not parts of it, not when it's convenient, not when it's easy and when things are going good, but all of it. And I think a lot of people say that. But very few people understand what that actually means. Before I really knew God like this, I was still building, still working so hard, still trying to create a life that felt meaningful. And on the outside, it looked like things were working. But internally, there was this constant pressure. A pressure to figure everything out, make the right moves, not fall behind, become someone. And even when things went well, there was still this low-level anxiety that never fully left. Like I always had to be on. Like I was responsible for everything working, and I didn't realize it at the time. But I was living like everything depended on me. What does giving your life to God actually mean? And when I say I gave my life to God, I don't just mean I started believing more. I mean I had to confront the fact that I wanted the control. I wanted control over my future, control over outcomes, control over how things played out. And giving your life to God means releasing that. Not just saying it, actually living like, I trust you more than I trust myself. And that sounds beautiful. Until you're in moments where things are unclear, the doors aren't opening, and the timelines just aren't making sense. That's where you find out if you really meant it. The uncomfortable middle, this is where it's at, because no one talks about this part. When you start walking with God more deeply, there's a season where things get quieter, where you're not forcing things anymore, but things also aren't fully clear yet. And it can feel like you're being hidden, you're being slowed down, or even like nothing is happening. But what I've learned is this, is that God isn't withholding from you those moments. He's refining you. He's refining you in the fire. He's removing the need to rush, the need to prove, the need to be in control. Because if He gave you everything you wanted while you were still operating from pressure, you would build a life that looks successful but still feels heavy. And oh man, isn't He a gentle God? When not when I say that, but how that makes you feel. He doesn't want to give you a life that actually feels heavy. He doesn't want that for you. So this is the shift into actual peace, And this is where everything changed for me. I stopped asking, what can I do to make this happen? And I started asking, what is already aligned and how do I move with that? And that shift brought peace into my life in a way I have never experienced before. Not because everything became perfect, but because I stopped carrying what was never mine to carry. Now, this is the hard truth that people need to know, but you need to know. And I'm going to say something that might be hard to hear. A lot of people are exhausted. Not because life is too much, but because they're trying to live it without being led by God, which I totally understand. That's just how I don't want to say that's how we're programmed. That's how the world has forced us to be programmed. They're forcing timing, chasing nonstop outcomes, and trying to hold everything together. And calling it ambition, when really it's misalignment. Because God does not require you to live in constant pressure to fulfill your purpose. He just doesn't. He's so gentle and kind, and he just loves his children just so much. Well, what does my life look like now after 3 years? Where am I now? I still build, I still work, I still create, but it feels different. There's space, clarity, trust. I don't wake up feeling like I have to chase everything anymore. I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I have to prove myself, because I know what's meant for me will not miss me. And what God is building in my life doesn't require me to force it. And that's why today matters. Because Easter isn't just a celebration, it's a reminder that everything you're striving for, your worth, your identity, your place, was already secured. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to exhaust yourself trying to become enough, because through Jesus, you already are. So if you're feeling tired, overwhelmed, and like you're trying to hold everything together, I want you to consider this. Maybe your life doesn't need more effort. Maybe it needs more surrender. And not in a passive way, but in a way that says, I'm done trying to control everything, and I'm ready to be led. If there's anything these last 3 years have taught me and brought me and have shown me, it's that peace is not found in doing more. It's found in trusting God more. And when you actually do that, your life doesn't fall apart. It comes together in a way you could have never forced, never imagined. If this resonated with you, stay here. This is what I talk about. And if you feel that pull towards something deeper, don't ignore it. That's where your life truly changes.